Nkgabiseng Motau, thank you so much once again for your time. And yeah, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm always feeling good on a Monday. It's good to be here. Thank you.
They say, entrepreneurs and business people love Mondays. Is that true?
I think it's true. I think it's true, yeah.
So yeah, man, you and your business partner came up with, you and Mukondi came up with this amazing product, um, whereby you are basically using technology to assist women. It's called MilQ. Tell me
Yeah.
about that.
Also, it's quite a fun story, I think, now in retrospect. In 2020, myself and Mukondi were running our advertising agency, Think Creative Africa. And then we both had babies in that year, meaning we would have to kind of like figure out our maternity leave, like who's going to be on leave and when do they come back, and so like scheduling that bit of things. And from there, when we were both back, we started to share like experiences around having small babies and being back at work. And a big problem or like source of stress was the breastfeeding. So either you're going to have baby brought to you and you breastfeed while you try and carry on with a virtual meeting. And that's not always like the most smooth situation because they might cry, you might be in pain, so then you go, okay, maybe I can revert to pumping. And when you try the pumping format, you also might find yourself disappointed because the pump doesn't work for like a working mom or a mom who's got other things to do while she pumps, which to be honest is every single mom. So you have to hold the little milk bottles as you pump, and it's like you need your hands to carry on with whether it's emails or housework, whatever it is. And so we saw a problem there that even the wearable pumps, you need to buy a specialized bra for them. So that's more money. And it was very noisy. So if I'm in a Zoom meeting, I remember in one meeting, somebody asked me, the pump I was using at the time was making so much noise. And they said, "Are you having your grass cut?"
Hello, can you hear me? Nkgabiseng, can you hear me? Man, I think we lost Nkgabiseng there for a bit. Okay, you're back.
I'm sorry about that. I thought that my backup would hold up, but
no worries, no worries, no worries. Yeah, you were saying that I was asking you if you're getting your hair cut. I mean, your grass cut.
Yeah, because it sounded like a lawnmower. So anyway, we realized that the second problem is noise. So it's wearability and noise. And then I wasn't getting a lot of milk. So I had like maybe 30 minutes of pumping and I would get like 10 milliliters of milk, which is like that much in a bottle, less. So that's like really demoralizing because you're putting in the time, you're taking time out of work. Maybe your work, if you work for a company and you don't work for yourself, they might say, oh, you get 45 minutes to breastfeed or pump. And in the 45 minutes, you only have 10 mil and your baby has to eat. So it's like really terrible in terms of getting the milk yield and you're looking at the pump. So the more you look, the more you stress, the less milk you get because that's how the physiology works. You have to be relaxed for the milk to come. So it was like we were starting to note the different problems that were coming with the pumps that we were using. And then, of course, they were super expensive. So friends would call me, hey, how much was your pump? And I would be like almost ashamed to say. And I would have to say, no, mine was a gift, but it's like really expensive because it was like 9,000 Rand. Right. And that's horrific, for a new mom, you're paying for all sorts of other baby stuff. Now you must have 9K for a pump. So mine was a gift, fortunately, but it was still not doing what I needed it to do. So we came up with an idea like, what if we have a pump that's wearable? It doesn't make a noise, so you can carry on with your meetings and have your hands free to do whatever you're doing. And it could also, leave you forget about it for a little while. So you kind of relaxed. And then when you remember that you're pumping, you're like, oh, the pump is almost full because your mind isn't so fixated on the pumping amount you get. And we were like looking around, and there were existing pumps that do all of those things. But the one that we found, I won't mention the brand, but it's an American one. Amazing. 16,000 Rand, you know. And it's like, who can afford that? You know, so we try to be like, let's see if we can create something that can compete almost with that level of technology, but be practical for moms. So at first we were like trying to get it below 4,000 Rand and working further and like taking away features and adding the important ones. And then we managed to get it under 2,000 Rand. So that's the story of like how we came up with it and like what the design was. And then working, of course, with the manufacturer that's not even in our country to get the first pilot version of the pumps ready and test them on ourselves as well as other mothers. It's been quite an interesting journey.
So basically, you would you say is it the most affordable breast pump, wearable breast pump in the market right now?
I think for all of what you get with our pump, you know, it's battery rechargeable. You can charge it with your Android charger. It's wearable, it's electronic, all of those things combined. I think with the quality stamp of our brand's guarantee, it's probably the most affordable. I know that they're like competitors, mainly unbranded. I don't know if you can trust the quality, to be honest. And then there are the big brands who are like the, you know, kind of have the share of the market. You can trust their quality, but their prices are like just unaffordable. So if you consider all of that, I would say I think we are the most affordable.
So obviously you're an entrepreneur, you know, you have an agency, and you know, in advertising, you're selling ideas and concepts, and then now you're selling it like an actual product. Tell me about, you know, the difference between the two. Is it which one is more challenging, and you know, which one is, yeah, what's your favorite?
I think my favorite thing is to solve problems personally. So even with advertising, it's like, okay, we've got this product, but for some reason we're not getting through to our core customer. And that would be me going in to solve that problem with our team to go, why are this group of women not buying this product when it feels like it's perfect for them? Okay, well, they're not buying it for these reasons. Maybe it's too high priced. Maybe they don't understand what the need is for their lives. Once we get a sense of what the issue is and we can come up with a concept, it feels like a similar journey. So I think even with our pump, we've went, okay, we're trying to solve a problem. And when we get to the solution, which is a product, then we sell that. We don't necessarily stop there either. We still have to make relationships with the mothers and build a brand around that. So it's almost like one kind of thing for me. So I don't have a favorite. I would say though that the pump audience feels so close to my heart because it's an experience I've had. And sometimes in advertising, with the products that we sell, I may not have any personal experiences going in it purely as an advertising professional.
And I mean, it's for you, I mean, you have a product and then now it's easy to sell, right? Like you know how to sell your product. Would you say that now you have that advantage?
I wonder, I mean, I've never not been, like I've always been an advertising professional, so I don't know how it is for other entrepreneurs, but I think it does help to understand how marketing works as an entrepreneur. I think that's definitely an edge. But I think, like I say, because our product is built off of our personal experience, even if we didn't have marketing qualifications, we could still tell that story to another mother and be compelling. So even if you're a business person that's selling something else, as long as your story is compelling, that's probably more powerful marketing than any kind of clever advertising ploy.
Word of mouth. And obviously, because you're a mother, it's going to be easier for you to now, you know, I don't want to say sell, but explain to another mother, like, this is actually a good product. Yeah. No,
Yes. Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
No. I understand you. So tell me about accessibility of the product, because we know that selling products, particularly in South Africa, is not one of the easiest things to do to like to get your product out there. So how can people now get hold of your product?
So our product is sold online. It's for delivery all over South Africa. So you just go to our website, milk.co.za, MILQ, and you're able to just click shop, read about it, add it to your basket and check out, and then we'll make sure it comes to you. We have a 14-day turnaround period, but usually we beat that statistic like crazy. We'll have it to you in 2 days or 3 days. My team has been really amazing in terms of that. And we try, because usually when you're ordering a new pump, it's because you're frustrated with your current pump, or you're about to have a baby, so you want it quickly. So we try and always beat our own turnaround. And then we are on Uber Eats for mothers in Johannesburg. Interesting partnership, because it's like within 30 minutes you can have the pump if you're in the right Uber Eats center, which is quite cool. And then we're going into big retailer. I think I don't know how to say something. But we'll be on a big online retailer to give more moms an opportunity to have it. If they don't have our website, it will be on that platform.
Okay, amazing, man. I just, have one last question, for a guy
Sure.
that wants to maybe give this to like, your girlfriend or your wife, and you want to surprise her. What are the tips, because are the sizes thing, like, how do you go about it? I assume you can't just be like, oh, one size fit all, or is it like that?
It is like that. That was one of the problems we had. Like when you buy a pump, there's these things called a flange, which is the front of the pump. It's like a funnel. It looks like a funnel. Yeah. And you have to like measure your breast, let's say like 28 centimeters, 22 centimeters. And you're like, how do I know? Anyway, so we made a silicone flange so that it can handle a bit of stretch or accommodate like all kind of breast sizes. And I've had feedback from a lot of moms going like, it fits me, it's perfect. Like, and that'll be a mom who's like around an A cup, B cup, to a mom who's all the way like on the other side of the scale. And I think that that's quite something special, because it means like if you're a brother or a husband or a friend that wants to buy a pump, you don't have to go through any weird specifications. You can just go to a website, buy the pump, wrap it, and be the best friend ever. The baby shower. So we love the fact that it's giftable in that way. It doesn't have to be personalized.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much, man. It sounds like your product is very like, well thought of. You thought about all the problems and you solved, I think you solved the problem, and that's what, having a great product is all about. So thank you so much for your time, Nkgabiseng. I really appreciate it. Is there anything else that you just want to add?
Yeah, I think one more thing is that I think I have the sense that technology is going to do a lot of problem solving for women like us who haven't had the technology as a support. Previously you had your mother, your grandmother, your sister, everybody in one house, and they were your support. But these days, if you like live in a different city or even a different country, you might not have that network, and you need the support of like someone to help you with your breastfeeding journey, someone to help you with your childcare journey, and so on, even career. So when we launched MilQ, we were like, this is kind of a first step in using technology to bridge those gaps, that now we face as modern women. So it's not going to be our only product. We're really interested in the whole femtech ecosystem and how we can participate as African women.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys have funding, but I hope you guys get a whole lot of funding, because
we don't yet. But we're going to start having those conversations because we've got our sales to back us. Now it's not just an idea, it's something that we've already started running. So looking forward to those conversations.
Is there such a thing? I know I said last question, but last question. Is there such a thing as like a femtech industry in South Africa?
I think there is, I don't think we organized as a femtech industry, so to speak, but there's like, social entrepreneurs that take women from difficult backgrounds and bring them into industry, primarily, let's say, through e-learning or whatever, I think that will qualify as femtech. There are women who make various products. So I think more so in the whole continent than South Africa itself. And I know that I don't know a lot. Like if I were to put up a site that says, if you're a femtech entrepreneur, register here and tell us about your business. I have faith that there'd be a lot of people there that haven't really grouped themselves. But I do think there is, yeah.
Okay. I know. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day. And good luck. Yeah, I want to see, hopefully I see the headlines one day saying that, you guys just got a big funding or your product is available, all over the continent, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, keep
Thank
pushing.
you.
Your story is so inspirational, man.
Thank you so much. And thanks for having me on your podcast.
All right. Sharp, sharp.
Bye.